Out of the blue of the western sky comes Sky King. As we say here in the West.
Dun, dun, dun. Hey, man, I got words in my face. Hold on for a sec. Welcome. Good evening. Happy weekend. Happy Friday. I need to get our and disappear, I say. Yes, sir. Okay. Yay. Hey, happy weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Classic Television SmackDown. This is one of our shows, one of many that we do, but this is the only one that's bi-weekly. Bi-weekly means every 2 weeks for those of you that don't know. So every other Friday is when we do Classic Television SmackDown. And this, in fact, is a show similar to our Saturday morning cartoon show that we do. It is, in fact, a show that kind of focuses on live action shows that we grew up with or that was on before many of us was born, like classic like Saturday morning cartoons, which we do on Saturday mornings, every Saturday morning, by the way, except tomorrow. Saturday morning cartoons focuses on cartoons that we grew up with, since we really don't have any more access to Saturday morning cartoons. So Classic Television SmackDown, we focus either on one show, a number of shows, a series of producers, whatever, things that we remembered growing up. We do have a chat room, and we encourage people to contribute in.
Please.
Okay, we just did a hiccup here. We encourage people to come into the chat room, say hello, let us know that you're there. Start typing now if you're watching us right now. We're gonna, since I got 94% complete on a file, I'm waiting to finish up. We're gonna BS a little bit here before we go on with tonight's show. Yes, it's BSing time. So with my lovely. Here's a story of a lovely lady who was bringing up 3 very lovely girls. All of them had hair of gold, white children, like their mother. The youngest one in curl. Hey, let's say hello to Rose, Rosemary Rose, the lovely Rose. How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing all right. I'm glad it's Friday. It's been quite a week on the business front, but I'm really looking forward to the show tonight, and glad to be here with you lovely people. This is like one of my favorite times that I look forward to twice a month is Classic Television SmackDown.
And of course, Rose is there in Fort Myers, Florida area, but we have someone who is in the wintry north, which I think that should be over with. Say hello to Jerome Connor. Jerome, what's it like up there in Mass?
Well, it was about 60 degrees up here, very, very windy. And I just came back from a soccer practice for Gwen, and the temperature dropped, and it's going to be in the 30s up here tonight.
Whoa.
Jerome, I want to thank you for bringing that nice breeze, that northeaster you had. We had such lovely weather this week. It was beautiful.
Let me explain how weather works. It's actually you send stuff up to us and we complain about it, okay?
Thank you for being a friend.
You know, that Gulf Stream brings all that weather up north, okay?
Yeah, one of the thrills of living in Florida that it doesn't get extreme, and if it does, it's short. It's like, a day or 2 or 3, depending. And
yeah, but it's going to be like an oven. It's going to be like an oven, Marks.
But,
you know that we're getting to be oven time.
But I want you to know that on Tuesday, though, we had snow and hail.
It should be a law.
Ew, nobody likes hail.
So it should be a law. If we can't wear, what is it, white after Labor Day or whatever, yeah. It should not be. It should be spring-like weathers in the springtime months. Right?
No argument from me. I mean, lately up here in New England, the weather has been winter, a week of spring,
of spring, and summer. Okay.
Fall happens somewhere in November. It can't make up its mind,
Well, for us, it's let's start with summer. then we go into more summer. Then we go into
another summer,
longer summer.
There you go.
And then it cools down a bit because your Arctic blast is coming our way. So it's like, what? Long sleeves? That sucks, man.
Hey, we're trying to be giving to our southern brothers.
Oh, is that what you're doing? You're trying to be giving? Well, keep your ice cubes to yourself.
Hey, no, I love that nice breeze we had this week. It was very nice.
That breeze was incredible. That's all I keep. I was taking longer lunch breaks because sitting in my car with the sunroof open and just inhaling the nice, fresh, pollinated air, and it was just fantastic.
That explains the yellow sheen on you.
That's what it's
all the pollen.
Yeah, it's not jaundice. So.
It's only because this tree behind me is molting, and the pollen that's coming off of it is just. The plastic pollen that's coming off of it is just kind of, giving me that sheen. So, hey, Joe, what you know? I just came back from a vaudeville show. A lot of people, you old farts will know that, have heard that before, but the young farts are going, what's he talking about? What's he talking about? Well, this is the reason for this show, okay? Because we want to go back, at least in television years, of when it was really cool, when they had quality stuff on TV, regardless of what it was.
Three networks,
ladies and gentlemen. And I hated getting up, crossing the room. Okay,
look. Three networks that provided original content.
Yeah, even the commercials. The commercials were awesome. And I sat in front of the TV watching The Wonderful World of Color. Okay, but of course, I think before that was Lassie. I remember watching Lassie. This was all on Sunday night.
Hey, Sunday night also was Mutual of Omaha.
Wild
Kingdom.
Yeah. Hold them by the horns. You got them. Hold on, buddy. We're coming.
Yeah, the old guy got to go off with the local native girls while the young guy there had to fight the lion,
Exactly. I think that's wrong, and that's what happens when you're the boss. So when you get into that position, you start sacrificing the employees, much like at Rose's. Hey, look, this is Rose's turn this week, guys. Whose turn was it?
I do, Joe. I have cable still.
Oh, yeah. What do you say? Speaking of networks, who of you has cable satellite still?
I'm trying to get rid of mine, Joe. We were supposed to get rid of it last month, and there was a snafu. So
I cut the cord a long time ago. Well, actually, stand corrected. I cut the cord a short time ago after debating whether I should or not, because I couldn't find a streaming service that carried Turner Classic Movies, which is my favorite channel. So I wasn't cutting cable for one channel until I found a streaming service that had it. I'm like, bye-bye.
I'm a news junkie. I like local news. I like national. So I keep cable because I get all the news channels that way.
Yep. So I have a great streaming program that I can actually get everything that I lost. I basically pay like $25 every 4 months, and it's just, I love it to death. And I still got streaming service such as, and we got to get to this real quick. Netflix. So hold that placeholder there. Paramount Plus, Prime Video, which you get when you're a Prime member anyway. And Disney Plus. Yes, I have Disney as well. Yes. So, and speaking of Netflix, and it's really idiotic because I didn't know how much I was paying for my Netflix until I checked, because my intention was to get rid of it completely. They had good programming there, but probably not enough to hold me, just like Apple TV, which doesn't have enough for me to subscribe to.
I'll agree with you about Apple, but the one thing about Netflix that I'm finding is I'm becoming addicted to the Korean dramas. They are really good.
Wait, I'll give you a Korean drama. Come with me.
No.
Just in the backyard.
Actually,
my grandmother's
some of that
house.
stuff from Korea is really good programming.
It is. It's really good. I mean, their horror is really good. I just watched a really good fantasy one. And some of the drama that they do, especially some of the historical drama stuff, is really, really solid.
I can dig. I would probably dig the historical drama because I'm such a history buff that I could probably dig that. So yeah, I like anything 16th century Japan, samurai era and things of that nature. I can probably dig that. Let's get on with the show, guys, since I think I'm good with the download. Rose, I'm looking at all your clips right now, so it should come up when you ask for them.
Awesome.
Speaking of Rose, Rose is a sacrificial lamb today. And she has something that she is revisiting because it is, in fact, a show that we had carried before that I happen to enjoy. I grew up with. We all were addicted to it. Some of us still are.
Especially if you were homesick during the day.
Yes, exactly, with chicken soup and cough syrup by the table, and it's like, pick the third door, you idiot, stuff like that. So
number 7, choose number 7.
I want the girl turning the block. So anyway, what the hell are you talking about today?
Okay, we're gonna be talking about game shows. We did game shows. It was one of my first shows that I did. I think it was actually my third show that I did for the Classic Television SmackDown, and it was a big hit. Everybody enjoyed the game show, but I didn't have any idea to resurrect it. But something came up last week. I'm a big YouTube person. I'm always watching YouTube, and I listen to it in the car on the way home and on the way to work. And a clip came up out of the blue, and I was just like, wow, this is so cool. And it was from a game show, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do game shows part 2 because of this clip. And it's actually the first clip that I'm going to show you. It's from the show. Most of the shows today are going to be like really before I was born stuff for the most part. But it's so cool. And some of these shows, they're still living on today. But this is from I've Got a Secret, okay? Ooh. 1956, it was on CBS from 52 to 67. But this clip is from 1956. And this is what gave me the idea to do game shows part 2. Go ahead and run this clip because it blew my mind.
Okay, and before your mind gets blown or the rest of our minds get blown, I want to forewarn people that sometimes we get flagged. Okay, that's why watching this live is a big deal because there's the rebroadcast that we probably will not see some of the things that people are claiming copyright to. Okay, so if you get knocked off whatever platform you're viewing us on, we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitch, whatever, find us. Go to my page, go to the NBL Entertainment Group page, go to HWWS Web Show.
Go to my page.
Yeah, Rose's page, Jerome's page. There is a pickup. So if you get knocked, oh my God, where'd they go? Please don't fret. One of those, Facebook, whatever, decide, nope, violation, you're gone. And usually what they do is they freeze the show or blank out the clip or whatever until the clip is no longer playing. So even though we're gone, just hang on for a bit. We're probably coming back just to appease the gods a bit. They'll knock us off and say, it belongs to us. You can't have it. Oh, we're done. Okay. So anyway, here is Rose's first clip. Once again, this is Classic Television SmackDown here at NBL Entertainment. And we are focusing on, dagnabbit, we are focusing
game shows
on
part 2. And this is I've Got a Secret.
You guys going to have to hold on for a sec because it will not let me choose from a zipped file. So I am actually
it's a zippity doodah.
Yeah, I'm taking them out of the zip file and pasting them.
You know what? I've got it, Mark, I think. Let me play it.
Go for it. I love it.
Let's see if this works.
Hey, sir. Will you tell our panel, please? Let's get in a little closer. Do you mind if I pull you in, sir? There we go. Will you tell our panel, please, what your name is and where you're from?
My name's Samuel J. Seymour. I'm from Maryland.
This is Mr. Seymour from Maryland. And we brought Mr. Seymour all the way up from Maryland, and by golly, he got in a hotel and fell down the steps and gave himself a shiner. And we urged him not to come on the show tonight, as a matter of fact, and finally got in touch with his doctor, and the doctor said it was up to Mr. Seymour. Mr. Seymour said he wouldn't miss it. So here he is, and feeling apparently pretty well. Now then, Mr. Seymour, how old are you, by the way, sir?
96.
96 years old. Now, sir, if you'll whisper your secret to me, I'm sure the folks at home would like to know what it is.
Oh my God!
Mr. Seymour, would this person have ever been President of the United States?
Was he ever president, this man?
Oh, I think it was once.
Would it have been Abraham Lincoln?
It was Abraham Lincoln, yes.
You witnessed something to do with Abraham Lincoln. Was this a pleasant thing?
Was it a pleasant thing you saw, sir?
Not very pleasant, I don't think. I was
No.
scared to death of it.
He said, no, he was scared to death.
Would it have had anything to do with the President Lincoln's death, by any chance?
Unfortunately, yes.
Did Mr. Seymour witness the shooting of President Lincoln?
We found out about Mr. Seymour through a recent article in the American Weekly, and it said, I saw Lincoln shot. And this article is by Samuel J. Seymour, and it goes on to say that Mr. Seymour was 5 years old at the time. He had been taken to Ford's Theater by some good friends, and the curious thing was that when he was this youth, 5 years of age, when he saw Booth jump from the box to the stage, at which time he broke his leg, his only concern was not for the president, because he didn't realize that the president had been shot, but the poor man who fell out of the balcony. And that's all of his memory is, of going to the theater and seeing a man fall out of the balcony. Sir, it's been a great joy and you might say an honor to have you are, by the way, the only living witness of that tragic event. And we are certainly going to forfeit the complete $80 to you just for your courage in coming here to see us tonight.
That is mind-blowing.
Yep.
I wonder what his parents witnessed.
His parents weren't there. He said good friends brought him
It was actually his nurse and another family friend took him to the theater that night.
Follow me, young people. I wonder what his parents witnessed. Anytime in their life. I'm not talking about. I wonder what his parents witnessed. Okay. All right. Okay. That was great. Keep going, Rose.
Yeah. That really blew my mind. So that's what gave me the inspiration for this episode. So I decided to dig into some other old nuggets of TV shows. I've got a secret, as it was around again in the 70s, up to 76, but it comes and goes. It'll probably be back on again. But these days nothing's too much a secret. But this type of game show was very prevalent in the 1950s and 60s. And I've got there was a show called To Tell the Truth, but before it was called that, it was called Nothing But the Truth. Yep. And I have the premiere episode that was on television, and this was also on CBS. I've got it from 69 to 78, but I think this episode might be a little bit older. So go ahead and do you have that clip, or you want me to just run it?
I got it, but take that clip down because I can't remove it from on my side.
How do I get rid of it?
3 dots on the side. Okay.
There we go. I should know that. There we go.
Okay. Oh, that's okay. It's we continually learn each and every day. So this is not called To Tell the Truth, right?
Nope, this is called Nothing But the Truth, which became To Tell the Truth.
Excellent.
What is your name, please?
My name is Tony Costello.
What is your name, please?
My name is Tony Costello.
What is your name, please?
My name is Tony Costello.
2 of these people are imposters. Only one of them is the real Tony Costello, and is the only one who is telling nothing but the truth.
Well, now that we know how our audience has voted, let's see if our panel agrees with them. This is
Polly
Bergen's
Wallace,
ballot. She votes for number 1. John Cameron Swayze marks his ballot for number 3. Hildy Parks. Let's see, that's 1 and not 2, but 3. There we go. Hildy Parks believes it to be number 1. And Dick Van Dyke has marked as his choice
My God.
number 2.
Wow, some big
That
names.
means that we have 3 votes for number 1 and 1 vote for number 2 and 1 vote for number 3. Now, as you know, only one of the challengers can actually be Tony Costello. So now, will the real Tony Costello please stand?
Spell with an I. Who the fuck? Oh my God.
I must say, Dick Van Dyke is looking very proud over there. Now, Richard, tell us, what about it? What led you to the real Tony Costello?
Well, Mike, I think possibly my experience with truant officers.
Was there any particular clue as the questioning went along that led you to number 2, seriously?
Well, yes, having children in school, I knew that my children had been out of school for 1 or 2 days being sick, and that no truant officer had ever shown up. And he said that a certain number of days had to pass before a truant officer would come.
Actually, Tony Costello, how many days do you have to wait before you go to see an errant truant child?
A real truant would be about, well, you go according to his past performance, you might say. If he's habitual, a spotty attendance will be cause enough to go after him. Every other day, or every other 2 or 3 days or so, something like that. Well, then naturally we run after him.
And of course, the thing that we're all curious about is to know when you sang with Frank Sinatra, Tony Costello.
I told you the truth, around 1934, 35, and 36.
Wow. That is freaking amazing.
Yep. Yeah, that's pretty neat. I really love that clip, and I to see young Dick Van Dyke there, he is like so cute.
Well, that's a serious part on his hair too, by the way.
It was, man. It must have did it with a razor blade, for God's sake. You know?
And I'll tell you, I watched that whole thing, and I thought it was number 1 also. She was such a good liar that I believed her. I did not think. I thought it was not number 2. That's why Dick Van Dyke was the only one who guessed him.
Yeah,
So-
I thought it would have been Tony with an I, and it was one of the
That's what I was
ladies.
starting to think too.
Yeah.
And they sang with Frank, and he sang with Frank Sinatra before Frank Sinatra became famous. They did little dives in their town. So
Jersey,
it's pretty neat.
No, Jersey.
So I love doing these classic shows. I really do.
Yeah.
The next one is a show that I watched in the 70s called Name That Tune, but it was on way before that. The show started in 1952, actually, and I picked this clip because I thought it was like something you would not see today. So go ahead and run that clip, Mark. This just blew my mind.
This will blow your mind.
Yep.
Here are Benny Reynolds, the Montana cowboy, and Jay Mullins, his English partner. The first night they met their write-in partner, Mrs. Lois Clary, the farmer's wife from Gladwin, Michigan. As you'll notice, now that Benny's getting used to television, he's much more talkative. I want to say good evening to all of you first. And Benny, I see all Jimmy Smith, J.T. Smith, and all the boys from the rodeo here tonight to wish you good luck. And I must say you're a very lucky cowboy, Benny, to have 2 charming young ladies as partners. Clary, were you watching last week when your partners named all 7 songs?
We certainly were, George. We live in a small farm just outside of Gladwin, Michigan. And on Name That Tune night, all the children work real hard to get the chores done. Get the chickens fed and the pigs fed and the cows milked so that we can all get in the house and watch the program.
And how many children do you have, Mrs.
I have 5, George. 1 girl and 4 boys.
When did you have time?
Their farm chores early tonight so they can watch you?
I'm sure they have, George, but not because I'm here, but because one of my partners is a real cowboy. Before I left home, Timmy, my 5-year-old, said, Mama, you tell George DeWitt, now that Benny is on your program, Name That Tune is the best Western on television.
Hey.
Oh, thank you, Timmy.
Gee, I already have diabetes.
Wow.
Thank you, Timmy, boy. Lonesome George sure appreciate your watching, boy. You keep sending those box tops. Mrs. Clary, is your husband babysitting back home in Gladwin while you're here with us?
No, George. Russ is right out there in the audience.
Let's get the camera on him. There's Mr. Clary.
Wow, that's a flat top. All right.
That is flat. Good job.
If he's here, who's babysitting? The whole town of Gladwin, Michigan is babysitting for us, George.
Wow.
Some of the friends and the neighbors have come in to take care of the farm, and other neighbors and our parish priests are watching the children, just so that Russ and I could be here to New York together.
Wow, this is so 1950s.
We have some fine neighbors. We certainly do, George, the best.
Yeah. Scores
Wow.
correctly. You name this next tune and you'll win $5,000 and the right to come back next week to try to make it $10,000. So be very careful. Song number 5. One of the greatest scores ever written by the team of Otto Harbach and Jerome Kern was The Cat and the Fiddle. Here is the romantic hit from that great score. Name this tune. You know the name of that tune.
The night was made for love.
The night was made for love. That's right.
Yeehaw!
It was just so Pollyanna that I was just like, I have to snip this. This because you would never have anybody on a game show today saying, well, the whole town's babysitting my children.
I just got to know, Mark, did you need to go get diabetes medicine? Because I sure as heck, after watching that, I got to get mine.
Sugar. She was just loading on. It's like, liar!
Wow.
That
was so
I expected her just to, start selling, laundry soap,
Yeah.
By the way, is she going to sell some Tupperware, too, while we're at it?
Oh, yeah. That would be great.
And going to show you her new Maytag washer, Oh, my God.
It just blew my mind.
Wow, that's 70. Think about it. If that was like the mid-1950s thereabouts, that's 70 years ago.
Yes. I'm so glad I wasn't born yet.
There have been so many incarnations of the show. In fact, I don't see where it's still going in some I think Jane Krakow, I think, was the latest host, maybe?
Yeah.
And she was big on Ally McBeal. So, I mean, it's an easy show to do, I mean, it's fun and you just get on and try to guess and play along. I didn't know any of these songs that they were doing on that show, so I would have lost.
Hey, once again, guys, Classic Television SmackDown is what you guys are watching right now. And our focus is game shows part 2. So if you know any game shows that you recognize, much like Mike, who's already mentioned that Dick Van Dyke currently is 97. Chime in. Come on in and type up. Tell us some stuff. Joe, good to see you there. So take it away, Rose.
All right. So the next show I've got is a show that was originally on radio by a show that Ralph Edwards did on the radio, and then it came to television, called Truth or Consequences.
Oh, yes.
And this is the episode. I was really surprised who the host was on here. So I think they've had a couple of different hosts, but this host is somebody that you all will find very familiar. And this is a crazy game that they do on here. So go ahead and play this Truth or Consequences clip, Mark.
Let me show you what we're going to do. Open the curtain, please. All 5 of you come right back here. Right back here. And form a line. Form a line right there. No, right back here against this is far back. There you go. What'd you say? Just take my word for it. She's right there. All right, now I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, go. And then it's a race. You can dig into those clothes and find the cards. Each card has only one prize on it. If you find a prize, shout it out so we'll know that one's gone. I'll give you as long as I can. Do you have a question?
Are the cards separate throughout the clothes?
Yes. There's one card here, one card there. They're inside the clothes. It's a real sale. You have to look the garments.
I'm not supposed to read them. I can't read without my glasses.
Well, don't worry about that. I'll read it to you.
This is Black Friday, guys.
And then if we get one, can we get, shall we stop or just continue?
You can end up, Mrs. Brooks, with all of them, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. All right, you ready to go? 1, 2, 3, go. Start digging and find those cards.
Bob Barker was made to be a host.
Yeah, he was.
Keep looking.
Oh, my God. Now we know where the cliche of the white sales.
Doesn't they have like Filing's Basement up north where you are?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is when I hear of that, I think of this.
You need to look up the race, the run of the brides, the running of the brides.
Oh yeah, I've accidentally passed one down.
Doesn't make any difference what it is. Just grab the car. You have about 15
The white
seconds.
sail.
And here they are in their high heels and dresses doing this. You know?
Yeah. What's beauty is it gets crazier as the years went on.
And you have one there? Fine. Bring them out here. Let's see what you got.
And it's like they're so excited to win a freaking can opener. It just blows
Hey,
my mind.
this is the 1950s. Okay, that was a newfangled thingy.
A Presto fry pan.
You got the fry pan. Hang on to that. What did you get? You got the Winfield China. Congratulations. Westinghouse steam iron. What'd you get?
I don't know.
The Westinghouse electric can opener and what? Oh no, that's what? The Sunbeam hair dryer. So you all got something, right? Good luck at your next sale. Goodbye.
Get him off the stage.
That's it? Oh my God, man! I would have asked for the car.
None of the cars are later.
And it had nothing about truth or consequences in that clip, but I just thought that was hilarious. It's something you don't see these days. So
I watched a lot of Truth or Consequences back when I was and it was Bob. Bob was still there, So yeah, that brings back memories. But thank God I didn't watch it that early during this. That's
So
yep.
this show was not around when I was born, but it was long gone. I think 65 was the end of it.
I think they brought it back for a while in the mid 70s.
They did
for a little bit.
They
Yeah,
did.
I don't remember that at all.
Yes, it played in the 70s. I definitely remember
Yeah,
that.
because that's
In
when I
color.
remember watching it.
Yeah, I remember him in color.
Yeah.
So the next one, when I came across it, I'm like, I just got to do this because this face, this gentleman, everybody knows who this is now. But apparently back in the 1960s, they had no clue. Okay, it's before he blew up, and then he passed away, and now they have all these people trying to imitate him, but you can't. There's only one original. So go ahead and play this clip from What's My Line, which was on CBS
Hey, I need that now.
and sponsored by Geritol.
I need that now.
Colonel.
Oh, of
Harlan?
course. I know who this is.
Sanders. Is that right, sir?
Ooh, Colonel Harlan. I've heard of that guy.
The original. The one and only.
Colonel Sanders, would you tell us where you're from? I'm from Shelbyville, Kentucky. Shelbyville, Kentucky. That's right. And what part of the state is that, sir? That's I'm on the west central side, near Louisville, Kentucky. Near Louisville. Oh, 9 miles below. Lovely country. Nice to have you. May I present the panel, Colonel?
I don't know. I never heard of him.
Hold on. Over here, please, sir. The next thing I think that we need to do, really, is to let the audience here in the theater and the audience at home know exactly what your line is.
Still never heard of him.
You will.
Panel,
You've
we
seen
can
him.
tell you that Colonel Sanders is self-employed and deals in a product, and we'll begin the general questioning with Arlene Francis.
Colonel, I don't know what you do, but I think you look too beautiful to work.
I do plenty of work.
Is your product anything that I might use?
Yes, ma'am. I hope you do.
Is it any product that I could hold in my hand?
Yes.
Is it anything that I would put into my mouth?
Yes, indeed.
I would eat it or drink it?
You would eat it.
Thank you, Colonel. I know you're a Southern gentleman now.
I'm just going to flip a few cards.
What? Is that all? Oh, we want more. Yeah. So
Yes, it's on YouTube. Just like Lorraine said, she's seen the whole thing, and it's worth a watch. I really enjoyed that one.
yes, Colonel Sanders is on every bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yep.
So he is the
And
owner.
it was not even KFC then.
Yep,
so
no,
that's
it wasn't.
pretty cool.
Yes, it wasn't even KFC then. You're right, but he's the man that started it all. Kentucky Fried Chicken. All right, good one, Rose.
So yes, so that show went on. It was started in 1950. It ended around 1967. So I think it's been back on again in several incarnations as well.
Yeah, it's always It's always sign in. They always have a guest sign in. You know?
Yeah, check out. I don't recognize any of these people. So the panelists.
Well, I do.
But there is a panelist that everybody's going to find familiar in this next one. I picked this clip because I thought it was really sweet. One of the main people on Password, she recently passed away. We had a big, celebration about her life here a few months back, and I just thought this was really cute and sweet. So this is Password, and go ahead and run this clip. I'm just going to let it speak for itself.
This is the lovely star of Hollywood and television, Alan Ludden's beautiful wife, Betty White.
Thank you. And this is my partner, Robert Ware, from Indianapolis, Indiana.
This is the celebrated humorist and television star, Miriam Parr's wonderful husband, Jack Parr.
Hello, this is my partner, Anna Zarelli from Staten Island, New York, and we're all here to play Password.
Does it have to have...
Yes, it's Password. And now, here's your host on Password, Alan Ludden.
Betty's husband.
Does he make a pass at Betty?
My word.
Oh, good evening to you. Nice to have you with us this Monday evening. Jack Parr, it's a pleasure to have you back.
I'm very happy to be here, and congratulations.
Now, that's a good-looking four-eyed man.
Hello, Betty.
Hello, Alan.
What
put
are
the
your
garbage
plans for
out?
the summer, Betty?
Well, I'm going to do some... What did you have in mind, Alan? I'm going to do some summer theater with my husband, Alan.
Where, Betty?
Alan and I are going to do, Alan Ludden, that is, on Password, are going to do Brigadoon in Patterson, New Jersey, and then we're going to I go to St. Louis, we're going to have a big fight, and then I go to St. Louis and do King and I. Then we make up, and Alan and I are going to get back together again in Janus, Dennis and Skowhegan.
Gee, I hope I can see it. Nice to have you here. It's a very great thrill to have Betty here. Your first partner tonight, Betty, is...
What kind of a honeymoon did you have?
This is my show, and I ask the question. How are you, Bob Ware? What do you do for a living?
I'm an attorney, Alan.
Are you married?
Yes, I am. Two
Good.
children.
Good. Jack, you've really been recommending this institution of marriage, and I wanted to say that I appreciate all the good words you have to say for it. How long have you been married?
19 years.
Would you have been nervous if you were in my position tonight?
Well, if you don't know now, kid, there's not much I can do.
It's really a great thrill to have you here, Betty.
I'm delighted because she's an old friend of mine for many, many years with my wives and daughters.
Yes. Thank you, Jim. And it's real nice to have these old friends back together again, and I'm glad to be here in the middle, I guess. Anna, how are you tonight?
Fine, thank you.
Anna Zarelli, are you married?
Yes, I'm married, and I have a little boy 2 years old.
Well, good. We got a whole lot of old married people. We're going to play Password right now, and you know how we do it? It's a game of word communication where you try to make your partner say the password using one-word clues, and I'll give the first password tonight to Betty White, and the very same password to Jack Parr, and as they look at it, we'd like you to look at it at home.
Password is stage.
Okay, Betty, first clue's yours. See if you can get Bob to say the password.
Theater?
Artist.
Theater artist. No, 9 points, Jack.
Door.
Stage.
Yes. Watch the gestures, Jack. Watch the gestures, Jack.
We're going to play like that, are we?
No
right?
gestures.
The honeymoon is over, kid.
See,
Wow.
these are great games you play at home. They're fantastic. I love it. So
Thanks to Alan here. I never knew how the game was played because after when they brought this 1970s version in, they never explained how the game is played. They just said, here's the password, go do it.
yeah. Hey guys, by the way, I want to say hello to people who are watching. We got to figure out how to do this. Who are watching on our other screens here? I've noticed. Brian, hello. Charles, hello. We see your messages, or at least I see your messages online. Just keep up the good work. I can read them, and I'll just yell them out occasionally if you guys want to comment. So go for it, Rose.
Okay. So that password, that was so cute. But we're going to go on to something else that I also found very humorous when I was looking up old TV shows. And this is a show called Dream House. Okay. Dream House was on, I think it was ABC, if I can read my bad handwriting, for a few years. And the interesting thing is that this game, you have like so many rooms that you win from your competitor, and then they'll build you a house. They'll build you your dream house. Okay.
Wow.
So go ahead and this show did not last long, probably because they ran out of money. But go ahead and run that clip, Mark.
Man, that's got to be when houses were $8,000 or $9,000. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, you wait. You just wait.
This is Pam and Doyle Marchand, and challenging them, Susan and Jerry Dupre. The prize, their dream of a lifetime, Dream House, where young married couples can win the home of their choice, built for them somewhere in the United States. A dream house and furnishings worth more than $40,000.
That was a lot
now,
back then.
Here's your host, Mike Darrow.
Thank you, and welcome to Dream House. We're going to ask our two young married couples all about their world of today. The one that knows more about the world they live in can go on to win the most treasured goal of every young couple, their own dream house. Our catch-up round scores are the Hanauers 30, the Marchands 40. Seeley and Dick, your last chance to win. You are 10 points behind. How many points would you like to try?
50, Mike.
All the way to 50 for a 40-point lead. Here's your question. Good luck. Before he played pro football with the Steelers and the Lions, he was an All-American halfback. And there he earned the nickname Whizzer. Today, he is the youngest justice on the Supreme Court. Name him. I'll call for your answer in 10 seconds.
Oh, I don't know that one.
I'm not going to
get that.
Was it Warren?
These questions were very hard, but it was for current
Seeley or
events
Dick,
back
your
then.
answer?
Douglas?
No, Byron White. Sorry.
Wow, White. He
Number
literally
two,
one of the oldest ones. Oh, my God.
Oh my God. I feel so old.
I do.
Oh, I
Yeah,
don't think
it was mid-60s, and I don't know if they ever won their dream home or not. I think they had to come back on for a couple other shows because it was usually like 2 rounds they could only get through, and I think it's like 7 rooms or something you have to win.
Wow.
I guess
But
this
yeah, what a wild show. What a wild idea.
I guess this is the price of an average home back then, huh? 40 grand.
Well, no, because they also said the fixings too inside. You know, like the couch and the bed and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I figure it's got to be at least a house today at $300,000.
Wow.
It's got to be more than that because the house I'm living in was taxed at $300,000, but it's actually can go for $500,000 easily.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was Dream House. Okay, so we've got 2 more clips here. This next one is I picked this one because I was fond of the guest star that they had on. Apparently, they have these different guest stars on this show called Beat the Clock, and it was on CBS from '69 to '74 originally. I don't remember ever watching this show, so because I was very little, and I don't know if it came back, and I just never watched it. We were big Price is Right people and Wheel of Fortune people at our house growing up. But this is Beat the Clock, and basically you've got to do some really dumb stunts. It reminded me a lot of Double Dare, actually, in the gaming. So go ahead and play the Beat the Clock clip.
Yeah.
Mark?
Hey, guys, I picked up you guys from the other viewing room. Hey, Brian, good to see you. You guys are here, and I'm sure Charles is on here somewhere. You can start typing now, guys, and I'll be able to see your comments. This clip that you provided, Rose, I actually took a look at it, and I was shocked. Shocked at what I saw. So, still shocked. So here we go.
Ron and Donna join us for this stunt. Yeah,
stunt.
We're going to work together on this one, and we're going to kind of root you to the ground, Bob, by having you stand in this box. If you would, please, facing that way. Kids, would you go down there, one on either side of the suspended tennis racket or the ceiling, and hold on to those handles, if you would. Now separate so that the rope is taut between you, and square that racket so that it's aiming toward Bob. They have to turn a little bit, right? You come this way. That's fine, Ron. Good. Now swing it back and forth using just those handles.
Don't hit them in the nose.
That's the idea. Now you just do that. And Bob, we have these plastic blocks for you, which you must toss out Hit it with the racket, kids, and knock it back to Bob so he can catch it on the fly. Okay? That must be done to beat the clock. Toss it out, hit it with the racket. Bob must catch it. Here's the time.
2 days.
Almost. 55 seconds. Ready and go. Swing it hard now. A little harder now. See? Get it swinging. Get it swinging good. And hit it. It's all right. They have to also help. Stop the clock. Perfect.
Wow, look at the hair.
Ron and Donna. Bob, we'll make you the same proposition I gave Ricky and Trudy. In the time remaining, $10 for each block he catches. Ready and go. $10 each one.
I don't think I'd be very good at this game.
That's the idea. Oh, that's it. Oh, there's 10. Keep going. Didn't catch it. Still at 10.
Wow.
And that's the buzzer.
Wow. You know what? And I'm wondering if Dreama has ever seen this.
I was going to say, did somebody send this to Dreama yet?
We will send this to Dreama. Yeah, without a doubt. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Oh, man,
you know what?
Bob's hair.
I'll bet you she hasn't seen it.
Yeah, probably hasn't. So,
I was surprised to come upon it myself. So I was just like, I thought of Dreama, because it's probably right around the time I think they got together, like shortly thereafter, or maybe around that time. So
I have no idea if this was before or after they got married.
yeah, because I think this was like maybe 74. So and I know that they were together when they did the Gilligan's. You know what? It's got to be a few years before because they met when doing Gilligan's Island in the Globetrotters.
Oh, okay.
So that's got to be the late. That's got to be the 80s or the late 70s.
So something like that. So that's
Wow.
it. So I thought that was really cool though. So beat the clock, silly games, and it, like I said, it didn't stick around for too long. It was on for maybe 5 seasons. And I think it might have come back later on in the 80s. It's vaguely familiar. So, you know what? I picked these clips and I did 9 clips and I thought, oh, we're going to, this show's going to run long and it's running short. So
That's okay. We'll fill in. We'll find other shows on YouTube and put them up.
I feel like I got to do the part 3 because I've already got like tons of game shows that I remember.
Oh yeah, there's so many. That's the great thing about it, and it goes all the way back, and you can find some really neat nuggets.
Oh yeah.
So the last clip that I have is from a show that I've never heard of, but I picked it because it kind of like is a bookend to the password clip that I showed you a while back. This is The Liars Club. It was on from 69 to 79, about more or less. And it was originally, the original host was, believe it or not, Rod Serling from The Twilight Zone. But he didn't stick around long. He was there for a short time. And eventually Alan Ludden became the host. And so, of course, who's with him? Is Betty White. So it's been, several years since that password episode a long time ago. And this was a syndicated show. So go ahead and run this clip. And this is a really interesting premise of a show, but
We're back. Okay, this round, we're going to move the odds up 10-1. And this time, no players. Dorothy, Betty Lou, and Ann. And you can still do it now. You see, 40, you can bet 20, give you 200. If you're right, you can win. Okay, we're going to look. You're looking for the lie this time because they're each going to tell you a story about an object. 3 are going to tell you the absolute truth. 1 only will be lying to you. You find the liar this time. Start with Larry. What is this, Larry?
Well, this little dish-shaped thing made of plastic is from the Creative Animal Supply in Woodland Hills. It's for animals who paint and sing and all those things. And this is a squirrel guard, and it goes under the stem of a birdhouse. Like you go here, and the birdhouse is up here.
Hey guys, hopefully this will start at the same point, Jerome, you should know who this guy is.
I can't even see who he is.
Yeah, his face. How about you, Rose? You know who this guy is?
I have no idea who he is.
Okay, I watch 2 episodes of this show almost every night. All right, so we'll keep it going and see if Jerome can come up with an answer.
That when the squirrels come up to get the eggs or whatever, they can't get around here to get into the bird's nest. That's a squirrel guard.
Okay, what do you got, Peter?
I have a miner's hot plate.
A what?
A miner's hot plate. Only you don't cook on it. You'll have to help me here a minute. You don't cook on it. What you do, because down deep in the mines it gets very, very hot, and you need protection on the soles of your feet. So that plate is tacked onto the soles of your boots, and you walk around in the mine and your feet stay cool.
You sit down.
Yeah. You think you can get your leg down? Okay.
And he's not a bad little dancer.
Betty, on with the game.
This is a missile from a special kind of a gun that's used by mountain climbers or the marine that is people around ships use it as well. It fits into like a bazooka gun that actually fires it off, but it's like a grappling. It acts as a grappling hook. There's a rope tied around here, and it is shot with enough propulsion that this goes in, and then it can even be used as a harpoon to bring in large marine animals and that kind of thing. But it's the missile out of this gun.
She's not convincing me at all.
No, not at all.
Okay, buddy.
Well, this is from a set of earphones. When you ain't got no set, you can't hear nothing anyway, so what's the difference? Actually, this is a food guard. You see these little clips here? If you had a dish, you would clip this on the edge of the dish, a flat plate. Then if it was a child or someone that couldn't use their hands too well, perhaps they've been ill or they broke an arm, and they could just barely take a fork or spoon and press the food against the edge of this on their plate, and they could lift it to their mouth. It's an aid for people who don't got the full motivation.
Okay, that's a very good story. Now, you're looking for the lie. You remember that. The lie this time. And let's see, Larry told you that it was a squirrel guard for birdhouses. Peter says it's a miner's hot plate to put in their feet. Betty says the harpoon device for, you understand. And Buddy says it's a plate guard for people who have trouble eating. Now, you're looking for the liar this time. The odds are 10 to 1. You're ahead, Dorothy, but you could blow it. So what are you going to do?
I'll bet 40 on Betty.
You think she's lying?
I think so.
Okay. Who do you think's lying, Betty Lou?
I bet 30 on Larry.
Oh, if you're right, you've won the game. Ann, who do you think?
I'll bet 20 on Betty.
If you're right, bet Dorothy's won the game. All right, here we go. We're going to find out now who won the game and who was telling the lie. Bill Berry, tell us the liar.
Today's liar is Betty White.
Oh. Betty, and you won the game, Dorothy. Dorothy Harwell. Congratulations. Okay. I wouldn't have spotted it. All right. Betty, what we're going to do. We're going to come back and find out what that thing really is. Betty will tell us. And then you and I'll play our little game where I try to tell you something. You figure out what the liar is. Just stick around.
Hey, Rose, that's a long clip. You want me to stop it here?
It's done. It should be done.
Actually, not on my scale. It's 12 minutes long, believe it or not.
Oh, wow. You know what? Then I did not send you the correct clip.
Okay.
Yes, he was.
All right. Betty, what we're going to do.
All right. Wow. And Lorraine got it.
Yeah, it should have ended there anyway. So we're good.
Yeah. Lorraine got it correct. That is Larry Hovis, and he was part of the Hogan's Heroes gang.
Oh,
I did not know that.
Carter.
Yeah.
Carter. Yep, he was Carter. He was the explosive specialist, Hogan's Heroes.
That's right. He didn't look
I
anything at all like
Hogan's
Carter.
Heroes the other night.
Yeah, like I said, 2 episodes every night. I'm usually, I head on up early, and that's what I rely on putting me to sleep at night. So before we end, we can go ahead and fill 5 minutes if you want to do that.
I just wanted to talk a minute about this Liars Club show. Okay,
go ahead.
It's an interesting. It's so 70s. Okay, it looks like an Arthur Treacher's fish and chips. with the leather and the you know what I'm saying. You got the yellows.
Is that Burt Reynolds?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, he was on. Yeah, he was on a couple of these game shows too. I think anybody who, if you could get on a game show and promote whatever, they were always on these shows.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I never saw this show. I didn't even know it existed until I started doing my prep work the other day. And I said, wow, that's pretty cool. So did you all ever see it?
No, I never saw it.
There's James Garner in this clip, in this picture next to Larry.
Wow. Oh, really?
Yep, Maverick. Yep. Let's see who else is in here. So there's Betty.
Is that Eric Estrada next to Betty?
I know.
Yes, that's Eric Estrada.
I was staring at that too. Yes, it is. And
oh my God.
That can't be Letterman on the far right.
It sure does look like him.
It looks like Letterman. It looks like there's the gap tooth right there. I'm looking at.
Yeah, that's probably Letterman. So this thing lasted a while, at least into the early 70s.
Because that one guy, Buddy Hackett, who was like overly way too close to Betty in that one clip where he's like here.
Yeah, he's looking down. Yeah.
I haven't seen him in a long time, but I know he used to do stand up.
He's not around anymore.
Yeah, I see Buddy, and the first thing that comes to mind for me is Shaboopy.
Shaboopy.
Yes, that was Buddy Hackett's big dance number in The Music Man.
Yeah, he was in The Musical Man.
Family Guy did a take on it as well. Shaboopy, Shaboopy, Shaboopy.
Because he let Preston know when the music teacher came in while Preston was singing about trouble.
That is correct. Yeah.
I just watched that clip, as a matter of fact.
All right, what else you got, Rose? Because I'll play this when you're done.
Go ahead and play it, because I hope everybody enjoyed this show tonight. So let's see what clips Mark has for you.
Keep talking there while I.
Game shows. The game show aspect. In the 1950s, there was a big controversy about one called 21. And that was where they were giving the answers to some of the contestants, so that only certain contestants.
Picked that show, but I decided not
to. and during that whole time, from that point until an event that happened in the 70s, which I'm not going to tell you which one it is, because I want Rose on when she does part 3. I want her to do that show. There was another controversy. I don't know if it was in the late 70s or the early 80s on another show. And we'll talk about it off air. Rose.
No. Keep talking, because I got this on pause.
So the game shows are under even more scrutiny than they've ever been because of stuff. And that's, and if you look at it, they're trying to keep the most popular ones. How many shows has Family Feud had?
Oh, tons.
Right.
Yeah.
And who was the original one? Was
Richard
Dawson.
Dawson. And nobody can match Dawson's creepiness.
Yes, he was very creepy.
And then we were talking about Bob, but Bob, nobody remembers all the other shows he did. Bob is known for one show and one show only.
And that's The Price is Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, he sounds the same. His voice. I mean, he just was like made to do.
Oh, he was. Shows. He was a game show host. I mean,
just brilliant.
And then what was it? It was in the 80s that Dick Clark started doing game shows.
Yep.
Merv Griffin made a whole mess of shows for his production company. I mean, there's so aspects of game shows that we're not even touching upon that we could go into.
Just in current game show news, I just found out Ken Jennings is going to be the new host permanently for Jeopardy.
Ah, okay.
What happened to what's her name? Was there a problem?
Well,
I think she's got another show going on Fox.
No, stop. Let me respond.
Okay.
Oh my God. She's got some legal issues going on right now, which I will explain off air later on. So
I did not know that.
I don't think any show wants to be involved in any controversies right now. So that's as well as off topic alert, as well as the Flash Kid.
Yeah, that's another off-topic subject. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So that's for another show,
or Tyson.
Right.
I heard about that too.
Yeah. So
I saw it, Joe, on TV Guide when I was in Publix this afternoon. That it's official.
It's official for him. Yeah. That's. I think that's probably the right pick.
I thought LeVar would have made a good choice.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I find it funny that the guy who was the biggest winner before this last round with that one woman that he was the biggest winner for the longest time. Is now the host of it, and he's a consulting producer also listed. If you look at the credits.
I mean, he's got to be the guy that knows everything there is about Jeopardy. So you know, he brought in an experienced guy in terms of personality. I think he'll grow into it.
Yeah,
he is a little green now and a little what's this now? It is over the specials like Tournament of Champions. Is over the specials.
I think she hosts them.
Oh, I see. What he's saying. Oh, okay. I didn't understand that comment a bit, but anyway. Okay. So anything else, guys?
Nope.
Game shows. I mean, there's just so many out there.
It was a lot of fun to do this one. It was fun.
So go ahead, say that again, Rose. I'm sorry.
I just had a lot of fun finding these clips. It was just a fun show tonight to do.
Yeah, and there's a ton of them out there, and of course, can be a part 2 all the way up to a part 50 on something like this, just mainly because of all the game shows that we know and watch growing up. This segment I'm going to show you guys is pretty much the funniest game show answers of all time. That's going to be the clip. We're going to sign off. We're not on tomorrow for Saturday morning cartoons. I am at the theme park. After 4 years, I'm going to revisit Universal, my old digs, Universal Studios, and kind of hang out for a while. There are a couple of rides that came after I left that I want to check into. And we'll see you guys next week, since everybody else, and for Saturday morning cartoons. Whose turn is it that next week? Okay,
Fine.
For your own Saturday morning cartoons turn that time. And thanks to everybody who are watching for the first time. I know there's a few of you guys, but in the meantime, I want you guys to watch this. I'll sign off on it when I see fit, but just enjoy this just for a little bit. How about volume?
Begin to look pregnant.
September.
Okay, let's try this one again.
For what months of pregnancy does a woman begin to look pregnant?
September.
To name something you wouldn't try even once. Matthew. Sex on a train. Not a train. No. Funnily enough, our survey people didn't come up with that one.
Something a burglar would not want to see when he breaks into a house. Rob.
Naked grandma.
Naked grandma. I wouldn't want to see that.
Real or fictional? Name a famous Willie. Willie the Pooh?
Hi, you know, John, doesn't she have pretty nipples?
Oh, yeah. He's
your favorite part of our newlywed game set. Jim?
Probably wife number 2.
Oh! Somebody's sleeping on the couch.
Name a piece of clothing wives buy for their husbands.
Halter tops.
Edgar. Fish love?
Something you feel before you buy it. Excited.
You marinate. Name something you might buy that could turn out to be phony. Go, a horse. The dreaded phony horse gag. Name something that can kill a lively party. A gun. Most romantic sounding musical instrument. Drone. Name something you might accidentally leave on all night. Yes. Your shoes.
Well, you know, take with them to the beach. Turkey.
You buy in a supermarket.
Turkey.
Food often stuffed.
Turkey.
Describe these words that begin with the letters S-T-A. Go.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Yes, 100 people to name a game you can play in bed. Steve. I Spy.
Peanut butter.
What would be the ideal everyday temperature? Everybody, disrobe. 98 points. Survey said.
People, your time starts now. A group of pill pushers?
It fits.
Name a yellow fruit.
Orange.
Name something that comes in pairs. Fred.
Bananas. Oh, yeah. We asked 100 people to name a famous author. Kenny.
Shakespeare.
Arthur Shakespeare.
Name something that follows the word pork.
You pie.
You porcupine.
Other than popcorn, what is your favorite thing to nibble on at the movies? Steve?
Ooh, I'm gonna get shot. Her boobs. I don't know if you.
Bigger as adults get older. Freddie, penis.
Oh!
Name something a man has that he'd be upset if someone else used it.
How about his jockstrap?
Ooh.
She does have a point. She does have a point.
How many decades will your husband say his mother has lived? Gloria?
10 decades.
10 decades. How many decades has your mother lived? Daryl, you have a troubled look on your face. What's the matter?
Oh, I don't know what a decade is. 44th birthday, so she'd be good. It's 4 years a decade. She'd be 10 decades. 10 decades.
Wow. Oh my God.
Something usually done only once a week.
Make love. Tell me a slang term that means wife. Bitch.
Ooh.
Oh! Whoa!
Something you wouldn't want the police to find in the trunk of your car.
Pickles.
Name something a teenage boy can do for hours at a time.
Masturbate.
I knew it.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Something that has to warm up before you use it, sir.
How about your wife?
Oh.
Mary Beth prayed for snow on her wedding day.
Yes, I did. It was 32 degrees and no snow on my wedding day, but I had 8 inches on my honeymoon.
Whoa.
Then the parts of the body everybody has only one of. Sarah.
Big toe.
What will your husband say is his favorite thing to squeeze in the supermarket? Jane?
I'd say his meat. His meat.
Give me a slang name for policeman.
Dick.
Okay. Let me see what he said. Name a state that begins with the letter M.
Mexico.
100 people to name a game you could play in the bath. Annette.
Scuba diving.
I've never done that one.
Wish you had a beautiful wife.
Ooh.
Okay, I think we're good there. We can kill that.
Hey guys, while I mute this damn thing, I'm trying to work. That's a great way, I guess, to end Rose's show. Game shows, guys. Rose, thank you so much. I had a pleasure with you joining with my team here and our new viewers and all kinds of stuff. Thank you so much. And we'll see you a week from tomorrow. Okay. Yep. Take care, guys.